welcome to my channel. If you are a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. My name is Cheryl. This is a knitting and crochet podcast. A little bit of other crafts, including diamond painting, cross stitch. Not a lot of cross stitch, mind you, but I do diamond paint quite a bit. And what else do I do? That's about it right now. So, and I do talk about books as well in this podcast. So, first of all, let me say, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. I did. It was just me, myself, and I, but I enjoyed it. And my brother and sister-in-law surprised me by coming up and taking me out for lunch. So that was wonderful. And they live out of town, about 3 hours away, about 2 to 3 hours away. Actually, about 2.5 hours away. And they came up and took me out for lunch, so that was wonderful. I haven't seen them in a long time, so yay. I hope you had a blessed Christmas and a wonderful time with family, friends, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a wonderful holiday. So like I said, I stayed home yesterday. I didn't do much, but I did enjoy myself. I did some reading, I did some knitting, I did some crochet, I watched some Christmas movies, I listened to Christmas music, I listened to audiobooks. I did it all. So I had fun. So let's start off with some yarn goodness, because that's what I believe most of you are here for. So I am still working on my dad's squares for his blanket. Still working on that. I did get one done. I haven't gotten a lot done recently because I've been working on other projects. First, I'm just going to do a little bit of a haul and a WIP project at the same time because I've got some new yarn that I'm doing some projects on. So these two, let's see if this is it. Oh, no, that's not it. That's a candy bar wrapper. I don't know where I put it. I got these, again, I don't keep the band links, the band things that talk about what they are. I don't keep them, I just tear them off. I believe this is Lion Brand, though. It is shawl in a ball, and I got it from zulily.ca, which is where I buy a lot of my clothes, and they had some yarn there, and I believe it was Lion Brand. Beautiful color, I forget what it's called. It looks more blue on camera. It is more green, actually, in real life. Different shades. It is a worsted weight number 4. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. I might make a shawl, because it is shawl in a ball. It's called shawl in a ball, so, no, it's called shawl in a cake. That's what it's called, shawl in a cake. Sorry. So, it's beautiful. It's got purple, it's not purples, green. I know my colors, honest. Dark green and light green. It's just beautiful. And then this one is another shawl in a cake, and it's got browns and grays and purples. That right there is purple. It doesn't look purple on camera, but it is. So, and this one, I started making a bag with. I forget what pattern I'm using. I found it just by searching on All Free Crochet. I think I tried to find it. I'll leave a link below to the pattern, but it's a bag. It's a tote bag. So I've done this much so far. So it's going to obviously curl up into a bag. But so far all I've done is increase rounds, and I start the actual pattern the next row. So there's 8 rows of increase rounds, and then round 9 it starts. This is crochet, and I used a 5.5 millimeter hook on this. It says to use a 6 millimeter, but I think the 5.5 is better. I like the holes on it, on the size of the stitches, for 5.5 better than 6 for this particular project anyways. So yeah, I'm liking that. I think it's gorgeous. I think it'll make a really nice little tote bag. So that, and then, now this I did save the band because I've got 2 of them. So Walmart has some different yarn now in my local Walmart, and I found this. It is by Lion Brand. It's called Summer Nights, and It's very beautiful. It is fingering weight. No, it's not fingering weight. What is it? The colorway is called Ocean Cove. It is a super fine number 1. So just gorgeous. Love the colors. That's a pretty good representation of the colors. It's got sparkles in it. I don't know if you can see sparkles, but gorgeous. This was, I want to say $6 or $7, and it is a lot. It is 800. It's 200 grams or 7 ounces, 875 yards or 800 meters. I mean, and I'm making socks out of these because I think they're perfect for socks. They do not have nylon in them, but that's okay for me. It's machine wash and dry. I'm trying to find what. Okay, so it's 82% acrylic, 18% polyester. So there's no nylon in it, but I'm loving it, and I want to make socks out of these. And I've actually started some socks with a different color of the same Summer Nights by Lion Brand. I don't know what colorway this is, but it's the same kind of thing. It's pinkish with white and peach. And I'm making it with a 9-inch circular needle. This is knitting. Now what's frustrating, I had to cast on 72 stitches because I've got a big foot. The problem is I started this as my Christmas Eve cast on. So Christmas Eve, I cast it on. I worked all day really hard on it. I got up to the leg part. I got the cuff done. Wonderful. And then I realized that I put on the wrong amount of stitches. Yeah. So I undid it all. I thought, fine, I'll do it again. Undid it all, frogged it, and then I realized it would have worked with that amount of stitches. The pattern would have worked just the same. I just had to do one more repeat. And it would have been bigger, but not much bigger. And so I ripped it out for no reason. And I was really upset about that. Plus, with the 9-inch circulars, aren't they really cute? They're so cute. With the 9-inch circulars, I got this. This is a, Chowgu? I think it's a Chowgu knitting needle I got from Knit Picks once. It's a, I believe it's a 2.5 or 3 millimeter. I'm not sure which it is, but yeah, I love it. I like making them socks with 9-inch circulars. I've only made one sock before with it, and I loved it. So I ripped it all back, and I started again. So I'm doing the Harmonies Everyday Sock. There is a knitting tutorial on how to do it on 9-inch circulars. I didn't really need it, but I watched it anyways, and it is on Simply Stitches, Simple Stitches, Simply Stitches, something like that, on YouTube. And she's got a 6 or 7, 8 part, or 6 or 7, 8 part. I can't talk right today. A 6 or 7 part video series on how to do the Harmonies Everyday Sock on 9-inch circulars. I am following that pattern as well. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, the Harmonies Everyday Socks. And I'm doing that. So I have to do 20 rows of knit 1, purl 1. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 9 rows done. I'm on my 9th row. So hopefully I'll finish the cuff today. It is very stretchable. It doesn't have nylon in it, but it is stretchable. So I think it'll be really nice. So out of this, I'm liable to get quite a few socks out of this. So I'm very happy about that. And the other one too. So yay, I'm going to buy more of these. They come in many different colors. So yay. My last, or I also have a finished object. Or actually, I have another finished object too. But I think I wrapped it up already too. I had 2 presents that I made. One was a pair of fingerless gloves that I made for my friend's daughter, who is also a friend of mine. She's like 23 years old or something, so I consider her a friend. And I made some, she wanted some, her mom is also a crocheter, and she crochets wristlets or wrist warmers, fingerless gloves, whatever you want to call them, for her daughter. And her daughter wanted another pair. So I thought, hey, I'll make you one for Christmas. So I did, in bright pink. I think I've already wrapped it. So I haven't been able to give it to her yet. But hopefully in the next couple of days I'll be able to see her and give it to her. I don't have a picture of it. I apologize. And I don't know what pattern I used. I just picked one out and did it. It's a ribbed on the wrist part. It's ribbed, and then it's textured on the hand part. So I think it's just called a textured glove pattern on it's in a blog. I think I found it. I just searched it on internet for a textured fingerless glove and found it. If I can find it, I'll link it below in the description below for you. The second thing I'm working on, or another thing I'm working on, not the second, is a towel. So a friend of mine wanted a towel, a dish towel, and dishcloth. So I got this candy bar thing mixed up in my yarn. Candy bar. Yeah. I'm trying to watch my sugar intake now, though, so. So I'm making this towel. I will link the pattern below again. It is just a chevron towel. So it looks like this. So far, I'm using cotton from Knit Picks. Or no, the blue is from Walmart, so I believe it is Cottonelle. I'm not sure. And then the yellow, the gold, is Knit Picks. And so I'm just doing that. It's just a chevron. And yeah, I'm enjoying that. So I want to finish that. I'm going to make it about that tall or so, and then you can like fold it and it'll look really pretty. So looking forward to that. I'm also going to make some dishcloths for him. That's it as far as knitting and crochet goes. As far as diamond painting, I am working on a diamond painting. I'm going to do another video of that coming up soon, so you can look forward to that. As far as reading goes, I am taking part in a year-long reading challenge next year, starting January 1st. It is called the 52 Books in 52 Weeks Challenge. It is the third year this lady is doing it. She is from the blog Mummy Manigrin. Don't know how to pronounce that. I will link below the announcement to that readathon in her blog. But what it is, it's 52 prompts, which I'm doing each week of the year. So I don't know if you have to go in order. I am. So I'm writing it out in a journal. I haven't finished the journal. When I'm done, I will show it to you. But the first prompt is for week 1 as far as I'm concerned, and it is read a book with a W in the title. For that, I'm reading Someone We Know by Sherry Lapena. I don't have it with me, but I got it from the library. I should be picking up soon, and I'm going to read that. For the second book is is read a hardcover. I am reading Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Again, this is from the library. It's a glare. Isn't she gorgeous? It's such a beautiful picture. Wow. So Children of Virtue and Vengeance is the second book in the Orisha Legacy series. The first book is Children of Blood and Bone. It is an African, YA African fantasy book. Really good book. Now, I am a Christian, so I believe in only one God. This book talks about multiple gods, but I really enjoy this book. I don't believe the same as they do, but I do enjoy this book. It's a really great written book. I'm really enjoying it. I started it already, so I started it early because I was so excited to read it. It just came out this year, and I think it just came out last month or this month. So, yay. Children of Blood and Bone was really good. That's this book right here. So, really looking forward to finishing this book. This is by Toni Adeyemi, by the way. Right there, Toni Adeyemi. This is, again, an African fantasy. I don't know what to say about it without it being spoiler. Children of Blood and Bone is about, the first book in the series was about a young girl. It's written in 3 characters' point of view. So they're in first person point of view. Each chapter has a different person's point of view. And it was about a girl who has magic inside her, but her city, her kind, the people that she's part of, had their magic taken away from them by the king, and her parents were killed and everything. It was horrific. And she travels with the king's daughter, and the king's son, it takes place in as well. And what was the other character? I think there was another point of view in the last book too. I think it was Zane, and that is Zelly's brother, the girl that I'm talking about, her brother. Anyways, they try to get magic back, and in the first book, that was what they were about. They're trying to get their magic back so they can bring peace to the world. And this book is what happens next. So, really enjoying this book. Again, Children of Virtue and Vengeance. It has a lot of references to gods and things like that. Really good, really well written. I love it. The Children of Blood and Bone I gave 5 stars to, so I'm expecting this to be 5 stars as well. I have started reading it. I am on page, let me see. I'm on page 112. So I've got this bookmark. Drink good coffee, read good books. Love that bookmark. But I'm on page 112, so really enjoying that. I'm also reading, the second prompt for week 2 is to read a book, or no, that was week 2. Week 3 is to read a book by Indigenous author. I haven't picked a book for that yet. I really should read more about Indigenous authors. I don't really know many. I don't look for authors that are a specific like sex or a specific race or color skin. I don't look at that. I just look at what the book looks like, and if it looks good, I read it. So I may be reading books from an Indigenous author. I don't know. So I have to do research on that. The fourth prompt is to read a book set in winter. I have lots of choices for that. I have An Unwanted Guest by Lapena that I started last year that I own, that I never finished, so I want to read that. I also have a bunch of Adeyemi Comer books on script that were set in winter. I have a bunch of Mary Higgins Clark books that were set in winter. I have a bunch of them I can choose from. I don't like doing TBRs where I say specifically what books I'm going to read in like 3 weeks or whatever, because I'm more of a mood reader. I read what I want to read at the time. But a book I am reading right now from the library as well is the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire Illustrated Edition, illustrated by McKay, written, of course, by J.K. Rowling. I'm loving this. I love the illustrated editions. They are just gorgeous. Like, you know, they're just gorgeous. Oh my, look at this picture. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it's just wonderful. So I'm on page 47 or something. Let's see. I just read some today. I'm on page 41. So Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I mean, technically this part of it takes place in winter, so I guess it could work. I don't know. But I'm reading that as well. As far as my writing goes, I do have a writing channel, an AuthorTube channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with that channel. But if you'd like to check it out, it is author Cheryl Gilmore, where I talk about my writing goals. Okay, that is it right now. I'm going to work on my sock for a while and do some reading maybe, listen to an audiobook. I'm not sure. I hope you have a wonderful day. And again, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas or holiday and enjoy the cold weather. It is quite cold here. I'm wearing a cami because my house is quite warm. I just got a new door for my patio this year, and it has kept out the cold so well. Like, I don't have any heat on, and I'm not even cold. I love it. And as soon as I use my oven, I live in a small apartment, so as soon as I use my oven or anything, it heats up the whole house, the whole apartment. So, anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you and all you do. Bye, guys. Happy knitting.